The white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff. And I'm like, yo, get off of him. That's one of my favorite new artists. Like, yo, get off him.
What's up with the hugging pictures at the white party, though? What is that?
I don't know, bro.
Every picture is a little
Why is everyone so happy to be there?
The one song, the lyric, when, bitch, I'm Lil Baby. How'd you think of it?
I actually came up with it with one of the bros in the studio, but I'm glad we came up with it.
Genius.
Great, like, you know, and you see things like the white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff. And I'm like, yo, get off of him. That's one of my favorite new artists. The white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff. And I'm like, yo, get off of him. That's one of my favorite new artists. Like, yo, get off him. I don't want him going to those
What's up with the hugging pictures at the white party, though? What is that?
I don't know, bro.
Every picture is a little
Why is everyone so happy to be there? I'm like, this regular parties, people don't just hug each other.
You had to sit in 4 hours of traffic
like 5 minutes. Come on, let's have a group hug. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, look, I'm gonna shake your hand. Hey, what's up, man? Everything good? Yeah.
It does feel control. Yo, hold on, baby. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it was too much fun.
That's crazy.
It was a little too much fun.
That's just white boy shit. That's why it's the white party.
Yeah.
It is the whitest party.
I was too happy to have him there. Too happy to have him there. And the baby.
What is going on in the one on the right? That is insanity.
Dude, that's just
both of them. He looks like he's unzipping his pants. Look at the one on the left.
Come on.
No, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Do you?
They said you were mad that you didn't get invited to the white party, Michael Rubin's white party. That's why that you and him was beefing.
No.
I'm just fucking with them.
White parties are Puffy originals. Those are Puffy originals.
Also, this is the legendary white party reported from New York. New York, make some noise.
Why is it only white people?
Something's brewing in the hip-hop world, and it's all centered around Michael Rubin and his exclusive all-white parties, and the strange changes in Lil Baby since attending one. From viral photos and eyebrow-raising tattoos to whispers of humiliation rituals and blackmail schemes, this tea is spilling everywhere. And trust me, the deeper we go, the darker it gets. So grab your drink, because you're about to hear it all. Stay tuned till the end for the real jaw droppers.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it was too much fun.
That's crazy.
It was a little too much fun.
That's just white boy shit. That's why it's the white party.
Yeah.
It is the whitest party.
I was too happy to have him there. Too happy to have him there. And the baby.
What is going on in the one on the right? That is insanity.
This is bad.
Yeah.
People were just making jokes. They knew what it was.
But let's keep this real. The amount of people who I've, in a 13-hour drunken party, okay, that I've jumped on their back and someone's caught a picture is like, I've done that 1,000 times. Now, I will tell you that, like, in my head, you know, that ain't happening anymore just because I won't, like, if it was me, I would think it's funny, but it actually hurt him a little bit for a year, and that ate at me. That did eat at me. But you know what, again, the one thing I'd say, when you're...
GOAT party you've been to? I'm gonna say my GOAT party that I've been to was Michael Rubin all-white party, because that was the first time I ever met Beyonce, and like I really talked to Beyonce. I really hung out with Beyonce, and I got to see like Beyonce for like, oh my God, she is like one of us, but she's God. Like I love Beyonce.
I'm gonna say my GOAT party is like a Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, and that's just period.
If you Google your net worth, it says 11 billion. It could be more, probably is. How do you define how much you're worth?
I don't. I'll tell you a story I probably shouldn't say. God, this is blowing somebody up. I shouldn't blow up. But like Forbes reached out and they said, hey, we want to put you on the cover of Forbes for the Forbes 400. I'm like, no, I don't want to be known for my net worth.
Ever since that infamous Michael Rubin party, 50 Cent has been saying Lil Baby isn't his boy anymore, claiming they got him. He was referring to that viral video of Baby showing off his brand new thigh tattoos while rocking a tank top and a pink belt. The internet instantly started roasting him, pointing out how strange it was for him to get thigh tattoos when he had zero ink on his upper body. Baby was even heard saying in a clip, "Nation, we produce. Come, we produce too. You mess around this way too hard too. You're going to mess around this way. I've been rolling. I've been roll."
Out there.
They said you were mad that you didn't get invited to the white party, Michael Rubin's white party. That's why that you and him was beefing.
No.
I'm just fucking with him.
From the front and the back at these parties. White parties are Puffy originals. Those are Puffy originals. Why is only white people? Why is only white good? Why is black bad? Like if I want a black party.
That's right.
50 had a theory about the sudden change in Baby's vibe. In his eyes, Baby hasn't been the same since that Hamptons white party hosted by Michael Rubin, the one where Baby got hugged from the back. 50 explained that he avoids these industry gatherings on purpose, saying he doesn't need to be at those parties. He even described the scene, claiming men were walking around with their butt cheeks out, comparing it to something Keke Palmer would react to.
50 Cent is trying to separate himself from the industry like he doesn't have to party with them. You guys have to understand, they had a party with men walking around with their butt cheeks out.
To 50, this wasn't about fashion choices or random tattoos. It looked like a straight-up humiliation ritual, the kind rappers supposedly go through to hold on to fame and success. But that left a bigger question. What exactly went down at that white party? And why is Michael Rubin so drawn to young rappers in the first place? At one point during the event, Baby could be heard saying, "Mike, yeah, Mike, I'm going to come hug you right now. I'm coming to hug you, big hug. Get everyone to love each other."
Mike. Man, Mike.
I'm gonna come hug you right now. I'm coming to hug you. Big hug. Get everyone to love each other.
The tattoo situation didn't help his case either. Baby had just gotten some fresh ink, but what made it headline worthy was his very first tattoos were on his thighs. This was the same artist who had always claimed he'd never get tattoos. In an older interview, when someone told him they'd heard that he didn't have any ink at all, Baby replied, "Nope, that was really my only reason from being younger. I didn't want any tattoos. I knew I'd have something important to do when I got older with my money, and I didn't want to be like a thug."
I hear that you say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope. That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug.
Fast forward to 2025, and he's got 90s Baby written across his thighs and a big CBFW tattoo running down his lower left leg, which he first revealed on July 4th. He posted photos on Instagram with the caption, "Back in that mode," showing them off proudly. Fans, however, were not convinced. The comments were filled with lines like "humiliation ritual," "I'm sorry you let them get to you," and "the industry's got a hold on my boy, lay out them shorts." Things escalated further when a video surfaced of Baby performing in those same shorts, tank top, and pink belt, repeatedly pulling his shorts up to give everyone a peek at the ink. Someone in the background could be heard saying, "We're just gonna let this dude do this? We're gonna let Baby come out here in his booty cushy shorts and just pop out with his hand in his slit and just, yeah, that's what we doing?" By then, commentators were convinced 50 had been right all along, claiming Baby hasn't been the same since the Rubin White Party. One person wrote, "Michael Rubin already showed y'all that Lil Baby was a boy. Why act surprised?" Another added, "Bunny hops and hugs from the back from a white little guy that has money. Okay, this generation lost." So what really went down at that party? And why was 50 Cent so adamant about warning Lil Baby to be careful around Michael Rubin? Back in 2023, Rubin hosted his infamous all-white party in the Hamptons. The kind of event packed with A-list names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, and yes, Lil Baby. That's when a certain photo went viral, showing Baby in what fans called a hug sandwich between Rubin and NBA star Kyle Kuzma.
Goat party you been to?
I'm gonna say my GOAT party that I've been to was Michael Rubin all-white party, because that was the first time I ever met Beyonce, and like I really talked to Beyonce. I really hung out with Beyonce, and I got to see like Beyonce for like, oh my God, she is like one of us, but she's God. Like I love Beyonce.
I'm gonna say my GOAT party is like a Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, and that's just period.
50 didn't waste time throwing shade. He reposted the pic on Instagram with the caption, "See, this is why I don't go to no party, Puffy," and them at "the F is going on here." He even added, "Get the F off my younger man." Another shot quickly made the round showing Rubin hugging Baby from behind. Baby, trying to make light of it, later posted a video on a private jet with Rubin joking about the photos and saying things like, "Since we had 5 girls, she be like, y'all went in the shower, Mike, man Mike. I'm gonna come hug you right now. I'm coming to hug you with a big hug. Get everyone to love each other." At one point, he even said, "Now this the mother did it though. See, this the mother did it."
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. All right, we're at a party, everyone's drunk. You know, it's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol.
Bro, it's 100
people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
That's when 50 doubled down. He said this was exactly why nobody ever sees him at those parties, especially not the ones thrown by Puffy. In his words, love you from the front and the back of this? No. You talking about, if you into that, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying my mother. Now, while some people thought 50 was just trolling for laughs, others claimed he was onto something. For years, whispers have surrounded these industry parties, people saying they give off the vibe of some sort of secret initiation or test that up-and-coming rappers have to pass if they want to reach the top. And apparently all that chatter got under Baby's skin, because he decided to respond and warn people not to mess with his name. During an appearance on Lil Latchy's podcast, Baby admitted that all those memes about him and Rubin bothered him so much that he actually asked Rubin for security camera footage from the party just to prove nothing shady happened. But even after getting that footage, he still chose not to post it publicly. He explained that when he saw Kuzma, he simply dapped him up, and Rubin, happy to see him, ran over. I got 10 other pictures, Baby recalled. We down there. We start down there. Bam. I'm telling his butt. Man. Mike, I'll slam you. I'll break your neck. And we play like that. They white, so they really don't understand. I understand. Like even when the picture came out before that, it went viral. I told him, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Out there.
They said you were mad that you didn't get invited to the white party, Mike Rubin's white party. That's why that you and him was beefing.
No.
I'm just fucking with you.
From the front and the back of these parties. White parties are Puffy originals. Those are Puffy originals. Why is only white people? Why is only white good? Why is black bad? Like if I want a black party.
That's right.
He pointed out that the party was packed with over 100 people, so there was no way anything weird could have been going on in plain sight. When that photo dropped, Baby said he personally made Rubin pull up the security footage from his house and get the entire clip. Still, he decided not to post it, saying, yeah, I ain't even trying to make it into this or that. Man, just keep on going, because that's kind of how I be doing. But son, all that type, that really bothered me.
No funny weird. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up. And Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your... I'll break your neck. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that. Right. Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us. Literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera in his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post it on the internet. Right. I'm just like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I ain't even trying to make it into this and make it into that. Like, man, just keep on going, because that's kind of like...
Baby made it clear that he had no beef with Michael Rubin. In fact, he spoke highly of him, saying Rubin had been a huge positive influence in his life, even if he couldn't quite put it into words exactly how. He explained that most people have no idea about the depth of their relationship. Sure, people see them together and assume he's only around Rubin because Rubin's a billionaire, but Baby insisted he didn't care about anyone's bank account. Whether Rubin had billions, millions, or even if Baby had more money than him, the respect stayed the same.
If you Google your net worth, it says 11 billion. It could be more, probably is. How do you define how much you're worth?
I don't. I'll tell you a story I probably shouldn't say. God, this is blowing somebody up. I shouldn't blow up. But like, Forbes reached out and they said, hey, we want to put you on the cover of Forbes for the Forbes 400. I'm like, no, I don't want to be known for my net worth. I want to be known for building a great company. By the way, there's so many things with our company that we suck at, that we need to be better at. Like, I want to be, like, the way I look at it is I'm a big startup, and I want to make sure that I'm always fighting to be better in everything we do. And in everything we do, I want to build what we make better for the fan. And we have so much to do to accomplish that. So I don't want to be known about money. I want to be known about making the world a better place or making my company better. Those are honestly, the two things I'm maniacally focused on.
He described Rubin as a super great influence and said, that's the part people on the outside would never see. The part he probably couldn't even explain to them. To Baby, they simply had a genuine great relationship.
The white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby like in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him from the front and the back and stuff. And I'm like, yo, get off of him. That's my favorite new artist. Like, yo, get off him. I don't want him going to those car parties.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says.
Why is everyone so happy to be there? I'm like, this regular parties, people don't just hug each other.
You had to sit in 4 hours of traffic
like 5 minutes. Come on, let's have a group hug. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, look, I'm gonna shake your hand. Hey, what's up, man? Everything good? Yeah.
Rubin, on the other hand, also addressed the viral photos in an interview last year, and he made it clear he thought the whole scandal was ridiculous. He said there was absolutely nothing weird about what happened that night, and that people were just trying to twist a harmless moment into something it wasn't. According to him, everyone at the party had been drinking. It was a 13-hour event after all. And in the middle of it, someone snapped a picture of him jumping on Baby's back for literally 1 second. In Rubin's eyes, that's all it was. Drunken party antics.
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. Anything, he's just such a great human being, and like I love his work ethic, and also like when you hear his story, and I don't know anything about music, so when I met him the first time with Drake in the Bahamas in 2020, and he's telling me his story about, he was in jail a couple years earlier, he never rapped, and now he's got this great, kind of music career. Like, you just want to root for the guy. And I'll tell you something, I've never actually said this before. The stuff of the drunk was the most ridiculous thing in the world, right? We're at a party, everyone's drunk. It's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol. Someone captures a picture of me jumping on his back for 1 second and says, "Oh, there's something suspect about it." It's drunken guys. By the way, before cameras, we've all done it. Like, let's keep it real. By the way, you love WWE. You've done it more than anybody.
He's rolled around with people in their skivvies.
Right, yeah, exactly. By the way, I haven't gone there. But the thing that actually killed me about that is it actually hurt his career.
And if anything, his comments about Baby sounded more like pure admiration. He called Baby one of the best human beings on the planet, praising his work ethic and his journey. He recalled first meeting him with Drake in the Bahamas back in 2020, where Baby told him about being in jail just a few years earlier, never having rapped before, and then somehow rising to have this massive music career. Rubin said it was the kind of story that just makes you want to root for someone.
A lot of people don't know you and Michael Rubin's relationship. Like, people know y'all have a relationship.
Yeah, they won't never know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people would think like...
I mean, you care to talk about it for a second. Because y'all are
Baby,
very close.
Like, Baby, you run with Mike, because whether they'll think like, oh, Baby, Mike Rubin a billionaire, and like, babe, I don't give a what nobody got. You know what I'm saying? Whether he had a billionaire, whether he was a millionaire, whether I had more than him.
But he has been a great influence.
A super great influence, and that's the part that people wouldn't see, and that's the part, like, that's the part people want to see, and that's the part, like, I probably wouldn't even be able to bring people up on that speed, and what I mean by that is like...
He even laughed about people making the moment sound suspicious, saying, before y'all started judging, we've all done stuff like that. He joked about how some folks, like WWE fans, have rolled around with people in their skin-tight outfits, so to him, a quick drunken piggyback ride was nothing. But what really upset him was how the narrative hurt Baby's career last year. Rubin said he's always been about helping people build goodwill, and he hated to see it turned into something ugly. Now he says Baby is crushing it again, and they were even recently together in London. To Rubin, the whole situation was just a reminder of how one innocent picture and a bunch of tipsy people can be twisted into something it's not. All because social media loves to hate.
Gone there. But, the thing that actually killed me about that is it actually hurt his career, last year. And I felt like I've always wanted to help people.
He's on a good build back.
He's
right
crushing
now.
now.
He's crushing.
And
He's
I was just with him with Trav and him in London. But it actually, the thing is, he's such an extraordinary human being, and he's such a special person. And if you think about, people who just want to hate on social media, who one picture of,
A lot of people still think there's something strange about the way Michael Rubin gravitates towards young rappers. And this isn't just about Lil Baby. Remember that clip of Meek Mill bunny hopping for Rubin on a tennis court? In the video, Rubin can be heard telling Meek to keep going, count out loud, and even calling his hops trash and suck. Meek later brushed it off, saying he had just lost a bet with Rubin over a tennis match. But let's be real, a white billionaire barking orders while a black rapper hops like a bunny? Yeah, the optics were definitely off.
The white party would be there, and then they have Lil Baby in a sandwich. Like they're hugging him to the front and the back and stuff. And I'm like, yo, get off of him. That's my favorite new artist. Like, yo, get off him.
What's up with the hugging pictures at the white party, though? What is that?
I don't know, bro.
Every picture is a little
Why is
bit.
everyone so happy to be there?
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, it was too much fun.
That's crazy.
It was a little too much fun.
That's just white boy. That's why it's the white party.
Yeah.
It is the whitest party.
I was too happy to have him. Too happy to have him. And then, baby,
what is going on in the one on the right? That is insanity.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Do you call him? Will you call him and be like, yo, listen, you're brilliantly talented.
No, I'll wait till I see them, but I go to them.
And you go chill with them.
I go to them and I go, yo, come here. I'm like, what happened? I ask them because I'm a fan of the new artists too. I watch them and I'm like, yo, he got the it factor. Like he got that thing, Lil Baby. I like him.
GOAT party you been to?
I'ma say my GOAT party that I've been to was Michael Rubin all-white party, because that was the first time I ever met Beyonce, and like I really talked to Beyonce. I really hung out with Beyonce, and I got to see like Beyonce for like, oh my God, she is like one of us, but she's God. Like I love Beyonce.
I'ma say my GOAT parties is like a Diddy party. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. That's just period.
So, who exactly is Michael Rubin, and why is he so tied up in hip-hop circles when he's not even in the music industry? According to his Wikipedia page, Rubin was born in 1972 in Philadelphia and grew up in a Jewish family in Lafayette Hill. By 14, he was already a hustler, using his bar mitzvah money and his dad's lease to open his own ski shop. He enrolled at Villanova University, but dropped out after just one semester, flipping a $200,000 overstock deal into major profits. With that money, he expanded his business, sold his ski shops, and launched KPR Sports, raking in $50 million in sales by 1995. From there, Rubin founded a company that became GSI Commerce, a multi-billion-dollar e-commerce empire. These days, he's the CEO of Fanatics Inc., the massive licensed sportwear supplier for the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and WWE. As of mid-2025, Forbes pegs his net worth at a staggering $10.6 billion. Now, on paper, that all sounds like a classic rags-to-riches businessman story. Middle-class kid with drive makes it big. But some say the real secret to Rubin's rise isn't just business smarts, it's his connections. And when people hear him speak, they often point out that his delivery is, let's just say, not exactly dripping with charisma. Others even go as far as saying his eyes look soulless. In interviews, Rubin has joked that if his Fanatics gig ever fell through, he could make a career as a party host. He explained that he loves bringing people from all walks of life together, whether it's at lunch, the Super Bowl, or his famous white party. He says he genuinely enjoys it, and that he benefits from learning from everyone in the room. According to him, it all started with his Super Bowl gatherings, which became so legendary that some NFL team owners told him they were better than the actual game. Rubin claims that when he puts the right people in one place, great things happen. Still, there's just something about Rubin's whole vibe that just doesn't sit right with a lot of people. It's hard to understand why so many rappers and athletes seem so eager to be in his circle. Here's the twist. That famous all-white party he's known for, it wasn't even his original idea. The concept blew up in the late 90s when Diddy threw legendary Hamptons white parties that became the place to be. Fast forward to now, and a lot of the same A-listers who once packed Diddy's parties, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Jay-Z, are now turning up at Rubin's events instead.
That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties. Oh, you from the front and the back at the same time? What you talking about? Look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. To get you on. I'm just saying, my mother on the pod.
That's why people are saying Rubin basically picked up where Diddy left off. And some even believe there's a darker agenda behind it. Whispers online claim he could be running some sort of blackmail operation tied to these parties. Others think Rubin, along with other powerful older white billionaires, has a thing for putting young black rappers through strange, humiliating rituals. Allegedly, no one's forced into it, but many artists go along with it. Some for help in legal battles, others for career boosts, like chart-topping albums and major awards.
They said you were mad that you didn't get invited to the white party, Mike Rubin's white party. That's why that you and him was beefing.
No.
I'm just fucking with them.
White parties are Puffy originals. Those are Puffy originals.
Also, this is the legendary white party reported from New York. New York, make some noise.
Why is only white people? Why is only white good? Why is black bad? Like if I want a black party.
That's right.
Can I have a black party, an all black party?
I think you could do it.
Let's dress in all black, guys.
Where they gonna hug from?
And not touch each other's butt.
And your party, where the hugs come from? The side, not the front, not the back.
No, just hug me regular from the front so I can know where you're at.
Okay, got you.
All the other stuff has me like unsure of what's going on.
The darkest theories connect this straight to what Cat Williams has been saying about industry parties for years. On Joe Rogan's podcast, Cat dropped some chilling claims about Baphomet rituals and the hidden side of Hollywood. He explained that when people bring up his comments about men wearing dresses, they miss the bigger picture. According to Cat, it's not just about fashion, it's about understanding ritual symbolism. He pointed out that you'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Hollywood who wore a dress publicly and didn't go on to have major success, which he says is exactly how a ritual works. Cat claimed he knew decades ago that the push for transgender representation would explode, not because he was psychic, but because he'd been given so much inside information that he recognized the pattern. The earliest time he saw the term transgender linked to pop culture was in connection with Baphomet, who is depicted as transgender. In the Baphomet ritual, Cat said, showing allegiance involves kissing the entity's ring. And yes, that's exactly how it was described to him. These signs made it obvious that both transgender themes and ritual symbolism would become mainstream in the future. So what do you think? Is all this just harmless fun between friends, or is there really something darker happening behind the scenes at these all-white parties? Could Lil Baby's sudden image change be coincidence, or proof of the humiliation rituals people keep talking about? And why does Michael Rubin have such a grip on the industry's biggest names? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is just getting started. And don't click away, we've got another messy deep dive you won't want to miss.